Then, of course, all of you know Dr. Chinny Krishna. Dr. Chinny Krishna is the Vice Chairman of the Animal Welfare Board of India, Founder Settler of FIAPO, of which he is also Chairman Emeritus, and co-founder and Chairman Emeritus of the Blue Cross of India. He holds B.Tech and M.Tech degrees in chemical engineering and a PhD in management. And I must add this, that he's just an amazing human being. I'd like to now call upon Dr. Chinny Krishna to deliver the welcome address. Dr. Chinny.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you both. I am delighted to be here because when we started FIAPO about 10 years ago, 2006, Erika and Arpan began the long series of communications that led to us taking a decision in January 2007 that a body like FIAPO was urgently required, because we felt that sooner or later the Animal Welfare Board would be packed with politicians. I'm sorry, but I know I'm not politically too correct, but that was the truth, and I announced it at that time that was the main reason that FIAPO was being started, because we needed to have a body that would be able to speak for animals purely from an animal welfare point of view, because no organization working for animal welfare can afford to have any kind of politics, religious leanings, caste, creed, any of those things. And it was because of that FIAPO came into being. It took another 2-3 years really before we could register the trust, and I'm glad that all the founding groups are here. And what gives me special delight is to see so many new faces over here. Normally, we would find that after a couple of years, the novelty of a conference like this would begin to taper off. But I see FIAPO going from strength to strength, and this has been a spectacular show, at least to start with. We gain a lot by working together, because we must remember that no one of us is as strong as all of us put together. And FIAPO is something from which we can network, we can learn, we support each other. We are fighting against so many forces today. And while I know that, I was one of the people who was part of the first group in 1959 that became the Blue Cross of India in 1964. And I know that things have improved. There are people today who expect instant change, and we all know that that's not going to come about. We have a law which says that tormenting any animal is illegal. I'm referring to the bullfights, the Jallikattu in South India, and the bullock cart races in Maharashtra and other parts of the country. After 52 years, after the first protest against Jallikattu started in Tamil Nadu, we had to go up to the Supreme Court, and all that the Supreme Court judges said, yeah, you guys were right. This is indeed something illegal under the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act. Did the animals get justice? I don't think so. But if we had not fought and come to the Supreme Court, we would not have got a landmark judgment, which has asked the government, directed the government to ensure that the law is amended, modified, changed, a new bill introduced, whatever it is. In 2011, the Animal Welfare Board of India sent a draft bill to the ministry. 5 years later, it has not moved one bit. So we need all of us to come together to ensure that whatever has to be done for animals is done. But I'm digressing. I have great pleasure in inviting Dr. Vandana Shiva. I heard her about 16 years ago in Delhi, and she has been a remarkable person. And when I first met her, my thing was that, India's answer to Rachel Carson, who wrote Silent Spring. But she's done much more than that. She's been involved in so many things, and everybody is aware of Navdanya and the work that today, I think it's about 25 years old. 30 years old. At my age, you begin to lose track of the numbers. But in any case, for somebody to keep up such a long, sustained campaign is very, very difficult because there are so many forces working against those kind of movements. And she's been taking on the multinational giants and winning. But for her, neem would have been patented in the US, so would basmati rice. So we owe a lot to her, and I have great pleasure in welcoming her. Norma Alvarez has been a remarkable person. As you all know, she's India's only Padma Shri for animal welfare, one of the highest awards that the government of India can bestow on anybody. And she has been, of course, being a lawyer, she's a fantastic speaker too, but she has been supporting these causes for many, many years. She was responsible for stopping the Dirio, the bullfights in Goa, many years ago. And while it still clandestinely goes on, there is no doubt that having a law and having a ban in place gives strength to those who want to stop it. Dr. D.R. Mehta really needs no introduction. He's been a remarkable human being, and so is Mr. Munot. For all of us in the animal welfare movement, as you know from here, it has never been a question of animals or people. It's always been animals and people. And all of them are working for human welfare. Stopping the mining in Goa is not a pro-animal project. It's a pro-environment project which helps animals and people. I take great delight in welcoming them, but most important, I have great delight in welcoming all of you sitting in the audience, because but for you, there wouldn't be a movement. And it's, as I said, FIAPO has made remarkable strides. We have almost 100 members now, member societies, and all of them are societies that have been doing good work for a long, long time. Welcome everybody. To the press I say welcome, to the local groups in the Bombay SPCA in particular, where my wife used to volunteer over 50 years ago. Don't tell her I told you her age, but she and her classmates used to go there every Sunday to the Petit Hospital and volunteer. Once again, I have great pleasure in welcoming all of you. Thank you very much.